Hello, genealogists. This is Craig with Just Genealogy, and I thought we'd do an update on that genealogy skills test. It was so much fun, and I think a lot of people had fun doing it. And let's talk about what I thought was wrong with the information that I provided. The first thing that I thought was wrong was that Samuel Thomas Scott Sr. and Sarah Ferguson, well, a Thomas Scott, in fact, married a Sarah Ferguson in Roane County, Tennessee, not a Samuel Thomas Scott. In fact, if you were to dig down and look at that Tennessee state marriage, you would find a bond for the marriage of Thomas Scott to Sarah Ferguson. So, first of all, that marriage occurs in, let me see what I wrote down here. That marriage occurs in Roane County, 6 October 1818. Well, obviously, these aren't the right people, because the marriage between Thomas Scott and Sarah Ferguson that they're identifying as being this marriage was in 1818. So the second piece is that Samuel Thomas Scott is definitely born in 1771 in North Carolina, according to his War of 1812 pension. There's no way he could possibly be the child of someone who is born in 1796. In fact, Samuel Thomas Scott gets married in Sumner County, Tennessee in 1795. He marries Katie Morrison, and there's a record of that. So there's the first thing. So the second thing is, because Samuel Thomas Scott Sr., I don't know anything about the senior, but he may be a child of Thomas and Sarah Randall, but he's not born in Pasquotank County, North Carolina, because Thomas Scott and Sarah Randall are still in Bensalem, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, in 1752. They didn't travel down to Pasquotank to have a kid. So my family believes, I don't, but my family lore is that Thomas Scott and Sarah Randall had a child, Samuel Thomas Scott, who had a child, Samuel Thomas Scott, who is my Samuel Thomas Scott. I don't believe that to be the case. I do know that Thomas Scott did in fact marry Sarah Randall, and it's a shame that there isn't the Quaker record that could be found in, as attached to this tree. And probably the reason for that is that it would prove that this wasn't the right Samuel Thomas Sr. and the right Sarah Ferguson to fit them in here. Also, Samuel Thomas Scott, who's born in 1771, was not born in Edenton, Pasquotank County, North Carolina, because I don't even think Edenton is in Pasquotank. Edenton is not in Pasquotank so far as I can tell. I have found Samuel Thomas Scott likely to be in Anson County, North Carolina. Not proven, but he is there with a man named William, and Samuel Thomas Scott has a brother named William. But by the early 1790s, if not 1780s, Samuel Thomas Scott is in Davidson County, Tennessee, living outside of Nashville, about 6 miles near the Hermitage. So what we have are, so let me tell you about the Thomas Scott who married Sarah Ferguson. Or let me tell you about a Thomas Scott who married a Sarah Ferguson. You may or may not know that I used to be the Clan Scott genealogist for a number of years, published the Scott Genealogical Quarterly for 9 years, and created a database of Scotts. So I have, it's probably about 50,000 records. It's a little disjoint, but some of it I can figure out and some of it I can't. So what I have is a set of children who are the children of John Scott and Letitia McKendrick. John Scott and Letitia D. McKendrick. And they have 9 children: James Dunlap Moses, Patrick, Letitia, Sarah, Mary, Rebecca, and Abigail. and I don't really know pretty much where they are. Do know that Moses marries Rachel South. At least I have a good sense that he marries Rachel South, and that he has 3 children: Patrick, Thomas B., and James B. Now, Patrick marries Elizabeth Barry. Thomas, the Thomas that we're talking about, who marries Sarah Ferguson, that's the Thomas that marries on 6 October 1818 in Roane County, Tennessee. And if you hunt on Ancestry, you'll see that original record there in the Tennessee marriages. That's the bond for that marriage. Then there's another child, James B., who's also a child of Moses Scott and Rachel South. I really don't know anything else about the rest of the family, but I do have a good sense. This is family 578 in the Scotland name study. I haven't been able to put my hands on the folder. It's in a box somewhere, but it's in my database. So the Thomas who marries Sarah Ferguson on the 6th of October 1818 is likely the son of Moses and Rachel South, and Moses is the son of John Scott and Letitia D. McKendrick. So that said, that pretty much solves for me all of the answers. Now, I really didn't do this well, because I said the first 3 people that came up with the 3 answers that I thought were right, then I told people there were 5 answers. So what I'm going to do is that anybody who actually responded, if you will contact me by email, and you know how to find my email by now, I will send you a code that will entitle you to a 40% discount off of a book that begins with 101, meaning a book that Heritage Books has published. We may be able to negotiate a lesser discount on some other book if you really would rather have that book, but you need to contact me about it. So somewhere between a 20 and a 40%, I don't really care. I don't know whether you figured this out by now, but I'm really not in this job for the money. First of all, it's an avocation. It's not a job. Let me know how you feel about these genealogy skill set kind of things. I love doing this. I'd love to do another one. If you've got one that you think I should put out there, that would be great. So we can do the same thing. I don't mind discounting books. So this has been Craig with Just Genealogy, where we're making people become critical thinkers, genealogically speaking, I hope. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you all so very much. Tell your friends. Have them subscribe to Just Genealogy to make my day. Every time I see a new subscriber, I'm a happy camper. I like being a happy camper. That's all there is to it. And I'm going to shout out to Dear Myrtle because she announced it, the 100 episodes on her Facebook page, and I got a few more subscribers. So thank you so much, Dear Myrtle. Appreciate you. And I also got some subscribers from a Brentwood Library talk that I just gave on Quakers. So I'm having so much fun. I hope you are too. If there's something you want me to talk about, you know that all you have to do is ask. Although some things are stacking up because they take a little bit of time to work on. So have a good day. Be a genealogist.